While more and more states across the country are legalizing recreational marijuana, they're quickly realizing there's a new sheriff in town.
President Donald Trump's administration showing signs that they might be tougher on enforcing federal marijuana laws, even in states where it's been legalized.
Western Mass News reporter Joey Glauber joins us in the studio to tell you more tonight. Joey.
White House spokesman Sean Spicer said the president understands the value of medical marijuana for those who need it most. But recreational marijuana, he said, is something the federal government is going to look at much more seriously than did the previous administration.
I do believe that you'll see greater enforcement of it.
The White House renewing concerns that when it comes to recreational marijuana, states and the federal government are not on the same page.
That's very different than the recreational use, which is something the Department of Justice, I think, will be further looking into.
Those comments from White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer, leading states that have legalized recreational pot to fear they could be in for a showdown with the DEA.
Well, the first thing I thought was, this can't be good for business.
Dave Mack is the owner of Pot Co. in Springfield, and he's hoping that he'll still get a chance to file for a recreational license.
Oh, this business, you just got to kind of go with the flow. So, you know, everything that they do, everyone in this little community reacts and does something else.
Some, like Pot Co. employee Kent Sachin, have come to Massachusetts to take advantage of the new law. He feels these threats from the White House go against the will of the people.
I mean, I think it's wrong. It's because, you know, that's what all the states were fighting for in the first place.
And it also goes against what President Donald Trump said about the issue during his campaign, insisting that recreational marijuana was an issue to be left to the states. It's now legal in 8 states, and while it's new territory for Massachusetts, states like Colorado and Washington are years into their experiment, creating an industry that grew to $6.7 billion in 2016. 1 in 5 Americans now live in a state where recreational marijuana is legal. Some feel the federal government's attention and money is best spent elsewhere.
I think we should be focused on the heroin epidemic that's been brutal. It's been nationwide.
What remains unclear is whether the Trump administration will undo the so-called Cole memo put in place under President Obama, saying federal prosecutors would not intervene with the state's marijuana laws. But at times in Colorado, they have. Dozens were arrested in 2016 when a Denver area grow house was raided. The federal government says it can step in when the marijuana is being sent across state lines and the state's laws are being taken advantage of by drug dealers. But here in Massachusetts, businesses will have to monitor the federal government's stance.
I mean, everybody's been pushing to get recreational out there, and now that it's out there, and then they're going to go after them federally. I mean, that's not right because the states fought for that. They voted for it, so the people spoke.
In his statement yesterday, Spicer went on to tie the issue of marijuana use in with the heroin and painkiller epidemic that's gripping many states, saying the administration didn't want to encourage drug use of any kind. But a recent Quinnipiac poll shows that they could see some pushback from the public. 71% are in support of states legalizing marijuana and feel the federal government should not enforce its marijuana policies in those states. Live in the studio, Joey Glauber, Western Mass News.